Scorpio Eclipse, 14 degrees Taurus, and human design activating gate 1, the first building block in the human genetic sequence. Okay, this is your AstroShaman Pernell Bobby. We are generating an economy of harmony, leveraging human design and genetic astrology. Hit the thumbs up early, ladies and gents. All right. Gate 1 is really, really beautiful. There's 3 key words I want to give to you off the bat. The shadow frequency of this is entropy. I'm going to explain what that means. All right. And then we move from this entropy to freshness, and as the gift that this full moon, this lunar eclipse in Scorpio at 14 degrees will give. And then finally we have the Siddhi frequency, okay, this godly frequency above human comprehension, which is literally going to be beauty. Okay, so first we need to understand what this moon, what's programming this particular illumination period, which all full moons are doing, but it's an eclipse. It's ending a series of scorpionic eclipses for at least a year and a half or so. It's the last Scorpio eclipse that'll happen in about 9 years. All right, we do later have one October 28th in Taurus, the sister sign of Scorpio, which we'll get there. That'll happen October 28th this year, 2023. So once that finishes, this Scorpio Taurus back and forth, hoopity with our finances, our energetic debts, all right, our home and foundation, whether we're going to invest in solid resources like gold and silver to protect our money during these opposition energies. The lunar eclipse in Scorpio will be in opposition to Mercury, which is currently in retrograde, Mercury in Taurus, okay? Our minds are rethinking, reanalyzing, slowing down on what we're using, how we're using our money, how we're managing our debt, recognizing that debt is not just financial, but it is energetic. At a soul level, it is the debts that, you know, may be private to the public world, but ultimately it is ironically holding back our creative expression. We may be thinking, wow, you know, I'm not being able to understand my creative juices and tap in, and feeling very low in energy or literally no energy at all. This is one of the most important things behind this Scorpio lunar eclipse, is that entropy, the shadow frequency of gate 1, which is active in human design, is revealing our hidden talents. But the key thing is these talents are hidden. This is on a 2 line, and these talents are hidden, meaning we need to hermit. We actually truly need to step away from any and all influences, distractions, voices, okay, pleasures. This is putting down your addictions, because again, Pluto on May 1st went retrograde. Pluto owns Scorpio's booty cheeks, okay, along with Mars, sure. And Mars is in Cancer, another sign that really loves stillness, comfort, slowing down, taking it easy, only doing something creative when you feel the urge to create. And when you don't, just enjoying your simple, mundane lifestyle, okay? And this is something that the world has trained us is not okay. This lunar eclipse is reminding you that we're getting back to this childlike frequency of creative energy. In order to do that, we must embrace numbness. Just feeling numb. No motivation, no inspiration, just feeling almost dead inside, where what seems to matter? What is life? And when we embrace this stage of melancholy, I've said this plenty of times, melancholy is a prerequisite to creativity. When I say creativity, I'm not just talking art and singing like the birds you hear in the background. I'm talking how do you use your sexual energy? How do you relate with other people? We can become very frenetic with this energy and want to start being around any and everybody for reasons of avoiding depression. And this is what I personally recommend you don't do. This is what the reactive form of our anger and our fears look like. Okay, when it's like your core fans, your core people waiting for your creative expression, they're like waiting for your creative expression, and you feel, I need to go ahead and relate and connect with people and, you know, do what I'm known to do. But if you notice, I haven't been putting up a lot of videos, for example. So thankfully I'm not in the frenetic. Now the repressed form of this looks more like depression, straight up. It looks like depression. Now this numbness that I speak about, is a very fertile land for not just depression, not just melancholy, but creativity. Bringing something fresh. When I say fresh, this is the gift frequency. I'm talking about something brand new, something that has never been seen. But it's the kind of energy that when you bring it in, like this Uranian energy of that why Scorpio exalts in Uranus, when you bring it in like a shock, like, you know, a blast from no past, but just a birth of something brand new, which is kind of Mars energy. All right. Something that you're just acting and it's like Aryan Mars energy, just bursting through, is brand new. This is, you're getting the help from this Jupiter sextiling Venus energy. Jupiter is in Aries and it's sextiling Venus in Gemini. And it's like allowing us to change our mind, change our perspectives on things that have already existed, things we've been already stuck on starting from 6 months ago. I have minds in my head, but I really want to keep this personal manifestation private. And it only came because I've just been sitting, not drinking coffee, not overstimulating, not trying to, denying certain requests, denying certain messages, not responding to anything before I'm personally ready and working through my own numbness. This numbness allows us to burst something out new and fresh, where when you put this on the world stage, this lunar eclipse in Scorpio is saying this is going to be a new resource of yours that it's really, the investment is patience. The investment is respecting the melancholy, respecting that you're just tired as hell. I just been so inexplicably tired. It's been like, what the heck? But the beauty is, all right, that I'm not rushing it, and that I'm not falling into some false expectations, but witnessing this expectation energy, okay? Because gate 42 in human design is active. It's the shadow of this Aries energy. Gate 42 is like, look, expectation, that doesn't allow us to detach, which doesn't allow us to celebrate some of these dull ass moments as well as these magnificent moments. So when you create this piece of art, what I want you to understand, this full moon will illuminate what you're going to bring. But when you bring it, you're going to bring it, it's going to be fresh, it's going to be brand new. And the beauty is not in attaching to what you've created, but actually aligning to the emptiness of the entire thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, once you define something as beautiful, you look at a piece of art like, oh my God, that's beautiful. You already distorted the beauty, because what made it beautiful was literally not interpreting the piece, not discriminating what you felt about it. The moment you try to express a feeling, you already lost the true beauty. And that's what this lunar eclipse, is really trying to do. It's like the beauty is hidden. The beauty is hidden. The beauty is hidden within the numbness. It's hidden within the melancholy. It's the kind of, every artist that's listening to me right now, you really truly resonate with this, that like, you can't create something because somebody wants you to create it. Creativity only happens spontaneously. Beautiful, fresh, new creative concepts and approaches to your perspective of how you preemptively looked at something, it only happens in a beautiful manner when you were not forced to do it. And this is the kind of lunar eclipse that is going to align us with being more patient, all right? Focusing on the subtle energies that are actually truly hidden and psychologically playing in the back of our head. You're going to understand where others have played power games with you, with your uniqueness, with what makes you beautiful, that again cannot be explained. And you're going to be able to take a clear look at this while Pluto was in retrograde, and you're going to retrospect, and you're going to go, wow, this is my power. My power is in creating when I'm ready to create, to feel the beauty and the freshness of what bursts through the seams when it bursts through the seams spontaneously, not when I try to force the issue. So this is what this lunar eclipse looks like for me, ladies and gentlemen. Hit the thumbs up if you're rocking with this message. The illumination, the beauty of this, you don't have to do anything on eclipse energy. This is the reminder. You do nothing on eclipse energy, and this couldn't be any more perfect. This is one of the foundational blocks. One of the biggest shadows you must be aware of as you hit the thumbs up is compromise. When you compromise, you're going to lose the bounty. And this is what is the shadow of its programming partner. and this Taurus energy is actually compromise. When you compromise what you value, what you deem worthy from your own vision of self-esteem, that you had to go through very treacherous, traumatic, and painful experiences to align with, this is my worth. This is my worth. If you were to take the jersey off of your back right now, what would the price tag be? If you were to take the jersey off your back right now, what would the price tag be? Now, if your answer was anything less than priceless, then there's more growth, because the axis of Scorpio and Taurus is a growth axis. And while the moon is in opposition to Mercury, while the moon is in opposition to Uranus, this lightning, futuristic, surprisingly radical information that is storing and delivering, okay, the shock within your numb ass body, your tired ass body, your body that has needed the physical, the mental rest, okay, while the moon is also in opposition to one more energy. Where are you, Taurus? The sun. Oh my God. Yes, of course. So it's like truly this energy is finding the light deep within the tunnel, and it is snatching the heart of that light of yours, and it's saying, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. And you can't label your worth. You can't physically ever identify it. This is a very energetic process. And what you want to do is you want to look at your most intimate relationships throughout time and reflect. Who has taken power from you? Why? And how did it impact you internally? How did you respond? How did you grow? Keywords. And who has revealed your power to you? How did they reveal that power? How did you align with that self-worth? And then now start realizing what it takes for you to grow, what it takes for you to be fresh, new, and experience the beauty of being numb from those same experiences of people who have took your power and who have gained your power. Don't attach with the positive or don't attach with the negative, because that will ultimately cause a true and extreme depression. Rather, focus on what it feels like to be detached, to be able to not let any of those people, any of these growth moments to own you. If you don't let them own you and don't let that experience hinder you to attaching to the positive of it, or hinder you to attach to the negative of it, this lunar eclipse will completely wash away. Hopefully you go and you have the access to a body of water. I plan on being by at least a lake or a waterfall on the 5th of May during this lunar eclipse at 14 degrees in Taurus, as well as getting my feet in the water but into the ground, okay? Hopefully maybe you have a beach, or get into the sand and water. There will be no better combination that you can do. Hit the thumbs up and the likes button, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy the beauty of just nothingness, okay, of numbness, and stop compromising. No longer should you compromise. No longer should you, in that fixed energy of Scorpio and Taurus, hold on to what has been revealed to you in reflection, okay? So after this full moon, this lunar eclipse, give it a week to feel everything I'm saying, because Pluto is just going to 3-4 days prior hit this retrograde. Mercury is still in retrograde until the 14th. It's going to not be out of shadow until May 31st. All right, and your mind will be very clear in understanding this is what I am worth. Thank you for hitting the thumbs up. This is your AstroShaman, Pernell Bobby. We are generating an economy of harmony, leveraging human design and genetic astrology. Members are meeting this Sunday, May 7th. I'm so happy that we took the time and the space in between, because I'm coming in refreshed, renewed. And I'm going to share that energy. And this is what we must all do when we come into illumination. We must share that art. We must share that love. We must share that energy. We must share our art. He has art deep within him. His heart is magnificent. Love.